Hi guys, my name is TV. In this tutorial I will explain how to install and configure the Infinite Grid Pro Wordpress plugin. This is a really unique grid. Uh, Actually I think it's the only grid on sale that allows this kind of features. You can drag the grid in any direction and new thumbnails will appear and repopulate the grid. Also, this is a full multimedia grid, which means that it supports video, audio, YouTube, Vimeo, Flash, iframe, image, and it has it's a really cool grid. So yeah, this is the grid. You can see on the demo page there are a lot of examples here. You can see some of the possible configurations, but these are not the only ones. You can create your own based on your project. Of course, all colors, skin, all skin is customizable, and it can be modified and changed. So yeah, back to WordPress. So So in the download file there is another folder, and inside it is the plugin itself. In there you can find other files like the unminified JavaScript files from the grid, just in case you might want, or some developer might want to modify the code, and a help file with some useful information. So yeah, so this is how we install the plugin. Sorry for my clumsiness. I'm on a laptop and I'm not doing that great. I don't have mouse. So yeah, it's installing. So yeah, it's installed. Activate the plugin. And here it is in the menu. So the grid has 3 sections: general settings, playlist settings, and CSS editor. The general settings is where a lot of the configuration can be modified. I will not go into details on all of this because most of them have info, and you can see what they mean, and the other one are self-explanatory. So I will show you how to create a new preset and how to configure it in a moment. So there are 2 presets: minimal skin and modern skin. These are like templates. You can use them as they are. Just to see the skins, this is minimal skin, is this type of buttons here, and also there are some icons in this example are not appearing over the grid. And modern skin, these are this type of buttons. So of course these icons are PNG files. They can be modified, and you can add your own if you don't like this one. So yeah, so these 2 types of presets are not cannot be modified. They are used as templates. So if you want to change any of the settings here, you have to create a new one. So we'll call it, and we'll choose a template from modern skin, and you'll call it my preset. So yeah, we'll not change anything here for now. We'll add in. So my preset is in the list, and now you can change any settings here related to the main settings, the Dropbox settings. Select Dropbox setting. This is what I mean by this little guy, and lightbox settings, which are the settings for the lightbox that opens when a thumbnail is clicked. So yeah, so after the settings here are set based to your needs, we have to create a playlist that is used for the grid. So I've already created this because there is no point to waste 20 minutes to add some items in them, but the main idea is that you can create as many playlists as you like. You don't have to create just one. For example, you can just create main new playlist here, so, and you can delete it with ease. So I've already created one. It has, inside of the main playlist, it has two categories or playlists. I don't know how it's best to call them. And this one is what are sorry for my English, what are holding the items, the thumbnail. So for example, this is playlist 1 and this is playlist 2, and this, the first one, which is optional, is a mixture of all the playlists. In this case we have only 2. It contains both playlist 1 and playlist 2 mixed together. So yeah, so so right now we have 2 playlists. The first is containing images, and you can see here how images are added. Okay, so, and this one is the second playlist, which has all the supported multimedia files. So to add a new item in a playlist, first how to add a new playlist, it's obvious. Add new playlist, you can call it here play 3, and it's in the list. Also, these playlists are sortable, so if you want to move the first one here, and it's really easy to switch them. So yeah, let's move on and delete this one. So each playlist must contain at least 9 thumbnails for the grid to work. You can have as many thumbnails as you want, but 9 is the minimum number of required thumbnails. But, like you see here, they are all type supported: image, video, audio, YouTube, Vimeo, Google Maps, iframe, Flash, and link. So to add a new item, you press the add new item. You give the item name. The thumbnail part is the part of the thumbnail from the grid. You can choose any when you want any thumbnail that you like. The item source is the item that will open in the lightbox. So we'll choose another image in this case, just to see what it is. Video poster is optional, and it's only used when you want to use a video in the lightbox and before video in the lightbox. So when the path here is, for example, not MP4, my video, you can choose to add a poster which will appear over the video here. I have one. Also, item maximum width and item maximum height are optional. So what this means, when I'll show you here, when you click, for example, YouTube, the default size of the video is set in the general the default size of the item is set in the general settings, and is global for all items except image. Image will resize based on the actual image size, but in case of the video, audio, iframe, and all other items, you can have, for example, YouTube with and height, and MP4 with a different size. As you see here, they are not equal. It's changing. So yeah, this is optional. Again, if you want to use it, you can. If otherwise, it's optional. And here is the description for the lightbox item. This is what I mean by that. This stuff here. So if you want a description for the current item, you can add it there. It's really easy. So you can add the item here and it's in the list. After you make any change, make sure you update, so this way it will be added in the database. Sorry, not this one. This one. We'll delete. This is what we have done. We'll delete it because it's just an example. So yeah, if you add an item and you want to modify something, you can simply press the edit button and you can edit it, and then press the update item. What is important to know, the single difference for link is to add a link. What I mean by link, just try this one. So the grid can contain a URL. When you click the grid, you can open a URL. So this is what I mean by link. The other ones are using the lightbox. So if you want to add a link there, you just add in front of the website address. Just add link and two points and update. So this is the main idea with the playlist. I think it's self-explanatory. There is no need to go into details. So yeah, we'll open right now how to add this into a page or post. So I've made a test page. This one was before testing. So the grid has a shortcode generator, and here you can select your settings. So one of the from the presets and the playlist that we have created. This is why I've said that the grid can contain more than one playlist. It doesn't have to have just one. So okay, we'll select our preset and the playlist that we have just created and click add shortcode. Okay, so now it should be update and preview changes. Let's close this one. So as you can see, the grid appears in the page. It can be dragged in any direction. Right now it's set to start at category 0, but you can you can choose. I will show you how to modify this in the general settings. So when you click a thumbnail, the lightbox appears. Okay, so for example, right now the layout is responsive, which means the grid is set to be inside the page. So you can see here the title, but let's say you want to have it full width, to cover the entire width of the browser. So we go to general settings, go to the preset that we created and change one of the parameter to full width, the display type. Also the drag direction will limit it to horizontal, and the thumbnail transition type to motion. After we have made these changes, updated, also change the background to blue, just to see how this stuff works. Okay, so now as you can see, it covers the entire browser width. And if I think here there is a thumbnail missing, something I've done wrong in playlist manager. So you can see the background is blue, and the dragging is limited only horizontal. So you have, so yeah. That's another thing to, you also set it to, there are a lot of settings here, so I can't go through all of them, but you can see the demo here. You can have an idea with some of the stuff that is possible. You can then modify it in general settings. So you can set another thing that we can do to see the effect. You can cover your page with the grid, so you set the display type to full screen, and now if we refresh the page, the grid will fill the page. It should have filled the page. I think I didn't save that preset. Yeah, I didn't update the preset, so you can see here it's filling the entire page. And also the dragging is limited to horizontal. Yeah, as you can see, there is a missing thumbnail here. We didn't, after we have made the change in the playlist, we have left this guy here, item, and it has a wrong URL. This is URL, this is why it's happening. So we delete this guy, take it out, update the playlist, and now it should be okay. Yeah, so it's there. There are no more black holes. Okay, so go again to general settings, change it back to responsive. Like I said, there are a lot of settings here, so it's up to you how to set this for your needs and your project. Okay, good. So hard to develop. Okay, go to responsive. Another useful things this is for developers. The grid has an API which can be used if you want to, for example, to change the grid category from an outside button. So this code can be found inside the download files to see how to use it, but it's obvious to developers. So this is how you register the API, and then based on the instance name you can call methods or events. These are just a few. There are many more that you can use, so just to know that. Okay, so if you preview it now and open the console, as you can see there is a log for IGP ready and category update. So there is also a button that we created here that we can switch the category from outside. So if you press this, category it's changed to category 2. So yeah, so overall this is it. Like I said, there are tons of settings here that can be modified. The spacing between buttons, colors, all kind of this, everything can be disabled, enabled. You can also change here. If you look here, there is this stuff, all category mixed, and all categories. You can also change it here. Update, just call it like this. Update. Update preset. And now, because you can see the name is is updated, modified. So yeah, it's a really cool grid that can add some really interesting effects in your theme, and it can be used in so many ways. For example, there is a cool one that I like here. You can disable, if you like, you can disable all interact or thumbnails. Now they can be clicked, as you can see. I'm clicking on them, and you can set the grid to auto scroll. Also, the speed is customizable, the direction is customizable, the animations inside is customizable. Everything is customizable. So yeah, this is, like I said, it's a really cool grid. So I hope you liked it. If you have any questions, please contact me on the address email that you will find in the download file, in the help file. So yeah, thank you for watching.